Welcome to another UWBadgers.com video exclusive. I'm Patrick Herb, joined by 7th year women's cross country coach Jim Stintzi. And today we're looking at the Wisconsin women's cross country program. Jim, you're taking a new approach this year a little bit with the roster, the largest roster you've had here. What's the line of thinking for putting together the team that way?
Yeah, we definitely have a much larger roster than we've had in the past. I think the thinking is basically that with a larger roster, you're going to have some maybe diamonds in the rough that you wouldn't discover otherwise. And I think that you also end up having a number of groups of training groups so that people have someone to train with. So those are really kind of the two main thoughts of why we did that.
With having such a large roster, you obviously have a huge freshman class. Mm-hmm. Introduce us to a couple of those freshmen who might contribute this year.
Yeah. Well, first off, Emily Sisson, very heralded recruit, broke the American junior record last year for 5,000 meters. She should not only contribute right away, but probably be one of the best runners in the conference right off the bat. Lavinia Jerkowicz is from Chicago, Illinois. She's the only Chicago city native to ever have won the Illinois State Championship, so we're excited about what she can do. She was also the 3,200 meter champ in Illinois in the springtime in track and field. And then Liga Bleiholder is also from Missouri, and Liga was the state champ in the mile last year, and her team won the 4x800 meters. So I think all three of those freshmen will contribute right off the bat.
Switching to gears to some of the returning athletes, you've got some decorated runners on the team. What are your expectations for some of those veterans? And do you know how the travel roster is going to kind of shake out this year with young and old?
Yeah, well, I think first off, the travel roster will definitely be a mix of young and old. Getting back to the returners, obviously we've got Hannah Griniker. This is her last year. It's her 5th year. She redshirted last year, 2-time All-American. Hannah's a little bit banged up right now, but we think she'll be ready to go late in the season. Caitlin Comfort, who was all-conference last year, is back, ready to go. I think she's better than ever. Ashley Butler, who was one of the top freshmen in the conference 2 years ago, then we redshirted her last year, is back. She battled with mono last spring and this summer. Not quite up to par right now, but I think by the time we roll around to the big meets, she'll be ready to go also.
The Zimmer course is heading into year 2. Can you speak to the benefits of having a home course like that Wisconsin hasn't had in quite some time, had any place to run, call home, but also how exciting it is for fans to be able to have a home venue?
Yeah. Well, that's the number one thing, that we've got such a decorated past here and just a great cross-country tradition. It's great to have our fans be able to see our teams run at home. And I think for our athletes, it's great to be able to have a home venue. It's an awesome place to train, but more than that, it's probably the best cross-country course in America. It's a great spectator course. It's a fair course. The footing is like no other course in America. So we're just thrilled to have it.
Speaking of thrilled to have things, the Zimmer course is going to host the Big Ten Championships this year on October 31st. Again, talk about what that means for the program to be able to run at home, but also for this running community to be able to come out and see a championship meet.
Yeah, it's a tremendous thing to be on a team when you can run at home for Big Ten Championships. It doesn't happen that often. I know our both men's and women's teams are really excited about that opportunity, and our fans. I know we haven't had a Big Ten Championship here for ages, and I know that we'll have a great crowd out there. So for the entire running community, I think it's going to be a really neat thing for Wisconsin and just Madison and Wisconsin in general, just to have people out at that course and to see great runners. Last
question, expectations for this season?
Yeah, we have some. Well, we redshirted a big group last year, and so last year was, I think it's safe to say, a little bit of a disappointment just because we were running with really only one of our top 5 from the year before. So all those people are back, a little bit banged up, a great class coming in. We think that we can be very competitive. We want to get back to the NCAA championships. We want to be in the hunt for the Big Ten championships, and I think those are reasonable. We have to get healthy, but I think those are reasonable goals.
We hope to see you all there at the Big Ten Championships on October 31st at the Thomas Zimmer course. Thanks for watching UWBadgers.com.